Very good morning, students. We started to study socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. In that, we have seen the age of social change. In that first point, it is liberals, radicals, and conservatives. What is the difference between these three? Also, we discussed. Then we said another two words, that is nationalist and the nationalist, another one group of the people. Then we studied about the industrial society and social change because of industrial revolution, and how the city what all social changes happen, the changes of culture and other things we discuss. Next point, we discuss about the coming of socialism in Europe. Slowly it is coming, and the thinkers of the socialism, that also we discuss. Next point what we discuss, that is the support for socialism, like that some points we discussed last day. And now we are going to see the next topic, that is the Russian revolution. We are going to see Russian Revolution. That is the second point topic of the second lesson, Russian Revolution. In that, we want to see first one, the Russian Empire in 1914. That is the time of First World War. Then economy and society of Russia. That is the second point what we want to discuss. Then third point, socialism in Russia. How they are starting socialism. What is the difference between the socialism of other countries and Russia? That thing also we want to discuss. Then fourth point what we want to discuss, that is uh, turbulent time of 1905. That is the one of first revolution of Russia, 1905 revolution. In that we want to study about two revolutions. First one, it is the uh, 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 October revolution, as well as the February revolution we want to study. Then comes the next topic, it is the First World War and the Russian Empire. How Sir King he Empire he participated in First World War, and what was his contribution. These are the 5 points we want to discuss today. And in that the major means if we can see the map of Russia here, and Russian Empire. This green color, it shows the wherever the Russian Empire was ruling. This is the first area, and here it is second and third and fourth part. It was under the Russian Empire, means under the leadership of Sir Kings. Then next one, it is central power. In the First World War time, those who are becoming the central power, these two countries, Germany, Austria Hungary, they was under the leadership of Germany, and they was known as the central power. And the neutral states, some of the states never taken part in anything. We can see here Switzerland, Switzerland, then Britain, like that some country, sorry, Spain, and Sweden, Denmark, like that countries never taken part of, not participated with any one country. Then neutral areas, then later they joined with the allied power, that is the Italy and Greece and Romania, like that countries, they joined with Russia. This is in the time of First World War. There was two alliance. First World War time, there was two alliance. First one, it is under the leadership of Germany. Second one was under the leadership of Russia. And some countries, they like Albania, like that countries, they taken the position of neutral, not joined with anybody. Bulgaria, Ottoman Empire, they joined with Germany, and Romania, Greece, Spain, like that countries joined with Russia. Like the two groups we can see. And now we are going to see the first point, detailed way, Russian Empire in time of 1914. Okay. In the one of the latest least industrialized of Europe state was that situated in the river, some area that was very much industrialized, some other area it was not that much industrialized. And the socialist look over the government in Russia throughout through the October Revolution of 1917 revolution, that is known as the October Revolution, and the fall of the monarchy in February 1917. Revolution started before itself, and in February 1917, monarch they become collapsed, and the second revolution it happened there in Russia, that is in 1917 October. So this is known as the February Revolution as well as October Revolution. And the events of the October are known ally called the Russian Revolution. The October Revolution, especially, we are calling it is the Russian Revolution. And now, how it came, like the things we are going to discuss. And Russian Empire in 1914 and Revolution in 1970. We are starting from 1914. And next one point we will discuss from 1905, the social and economical conditions, like that things we will discuss. And the 1914, the king Sir Empire was the Nicholas II, that is Sir Kings, that is the surname T silent, and Sir we are calling Nicholas II. He was ruling in Russia, and its empire, empire. Besides the territory around Moscow, the Russian Empire included the current day Finland, uh, Latvia, uh, Lithuania, and Estonia, part of Poland, Ukraine, and Belarus. Like the different countries was under the control of Russian Empire or Tsar Empire on that time. And they start from the Pacific. They started their power and comprised today's Central Asia. Means from it is starting from European countries and ending in the mid of the Asia. Asian states, and in that we can see Georgia, Armenia, and then Azer- Azerbaijan, like that countries was under the control of Russia on that time. The majority religion of the Russia was Orthodox Christianity, which had grown out of the Greek Orthodox Church. The major religion of Russia, that was the Russian Orthodox Christianity, that is developed from the Greek Orthodox Church, but the empire also included Catholic, Protestant, Muslim, and Buddhism. And under the control of Russian Empire, we can see four religions: Protestants, Catholics, Protestant, Muslims, and Buddhists. And here we can see the Russian Orthodox Christianity, that was under the means Catholics and Protestant in both group. We can see them, and the countries which is in the map we can see, and this map is very important. This is may ask for exam map question, and very important, which countries, identify the countries which is where is Russia, where is Germany, like that. It won't give the total world map, and they will give the partial world map. From that they will ask question like that. I means if we are making our own question paper, it's okay. If we are purchasing question paper from outside for final exam, these questions are general questions. And you want to identify Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, Austria, Hungary, then Romania, Bulgaria, the Ottoman, then Russian Empire, then Italy, Switzerland, France, the United Kingdom, means UK, and we can see Spain, Portugal, like that many countries are there. All these countries we want to identify, because we want these countries name again in the time of First World War. When we are studying First World War, we want to know there is two power. It is coming in coming point. We'll discuss that one. Then the economy and the society. At the beginning of the 12th century, the vast majority of the Russian people were agriculture people. Maximum people, that is 85% of the people, they was depending on agriculture. The proportion was very higher when we are comparing with other countries. When we are comparing with other European countries, this 85%, that is other countries, it is only 40% or 50%. So the agriculture people in Russian countries, that is 85%, that is very high proportion when we are comparing with other European countries. And we can see that Russia was found in the pockets of prominent industrial areas were St. Petersburg and Moscow. Two areas we can see the maximum industry of Russia, that is in St. Petersburg and Moscow. Then craftsmen outlook underlook took much of the production, and but the large factories existed alongside craft workshop. And we can see everywhere when the factories starting, the craft people, craftsmen, they are suffering, and they was undertaken the maximum production, and other it is near with them there was a craft workshop also. Many factories were set up in 1890s, and when the Russian railway network was extended. And in Russia, the railway network started, means extended before 1980s, 1890s. That's why in 1980, 1890s onwards, they are extending their industrial development. And the foreign investment in this industry also increased because they are having the better transportation, so they started the foreign investment also. Coal production doubled and iron and steel output quadrupled. And the 19 in 90s, in the some of the areas factory workers and the craftsmen were almost equal in number. Means the each and every country, if you are looking at India also, we can see maximum people, maximum percentage it will be craftsmen, and very less percentage if it is 60 percentage in the country, and we can see the factory workers that only 30 percentage or 35 percentage. That is that naturally in each and every country, maximum countries, not now, at that time 1940s, 1950s, like that, before 1920s, first, before first world war. And if you are thinking India, that was 60 percentage of craft person or agriculture people, and even less than 10 percentage of the industrial factory workers. That was the proportion on that time. And in starting of 90s itself, 20th century itself, it become equal in number in Russia. And most of the industry was private property of the industrialists. The industries was under the control of private people. And now we are thinking here in India or America or UK, we can see many factories under the control of private people. Government supervise large factories to ensure minimum wage and limited hours of work. The government was supervising two things. One is the minimum wage of the people, as well as limited working hours, because before it was 15 to 16 hours or 12 to 15 hours we have discussed when we said about the starting part of points of the lesson. Then but the factory inspector could not prevent rules being broken. Even though there was inspecting the supervising the factories, but what was the rules of the factory that never broken by the government officials. In craft units and small workshops, the working day was sometimes 15 hours, and compared to 10 to 12 hours in factory. And factories, they are having limited time of work, like that, 10 to 12 hours. Before it was 12 to 15 hours. And craft people's workshop, they are still continuing within 15 hours. And accommodation varied from rooms to dormitories, and the workers, they are getting the accommodation, like some are getting a room, some are getting dormitories of 20-30%, like that, some area. And workers were divided into divide social groups. Worker, there was a social group division in among the workers. Some had strong link with the village from which they came, and others had settled in the cities. Means two types of people we can see wherever we are going. We can see some people, they are very much linked with their own society, village. At the same time, some people, they will settle there itself. We can see many Tamilians, they are settled in Bangalore or in Mumbai or in Delhi, like that. In search of job they went, and now they are settled there itself. And next, okay, we'll continue in next video.